Hello, I'm Dr. Ted Morter. I've been a practicing physician for over 30 years, and in all of those 30 years, no one has ever come in and said, my life's perfect, I've achieved all my dreams, I've got nothing left to go for. I'm just here for a quick once-over. No. They always come in with stress or pain or illness or sadness or regret. And it's usually around those things that they never got around to doing. And now they feel like they won't get there. The most asked questions are, why can't I get around to my goals? Why can't I realize my dreams? Or why do I always get distracted from my path to success? It's like a pattern of sabotage and disappointment. Help! That's what I get. Well, once we unwind what's going on physically, then we can start working on what's going on mentally and emotionally. I know what you're thinking. Time, money, kids, parents, job, spouse, Facebook is calling. Hang on. Here's a simple fact. It's not too late to finish strong. There are specific steps you can take to change your pattern forever. I've been teaching this for nearly 30 years, and believe me when I say, you can do this. I specialize in a very specific technology called the science of mind sync, unlocking personal patterns for personal power. Let me explain. It's not enough to simply say, I can do this. Nope. Everyone tries to do just that. Yeah, try, but no lasting success, no dream realization, no real lasting shift in your pattern. You try and you get the same results or lack of them. And here's the reason why. It's called distractor management, or more accurately, lack of distractor management. You think you want something, you think it, but the truth is the part of your brain which tries to help you get it, to get your goal, to get that job, to get that car, to go on that vacation, to attract that perfect mate, lose that weight, stop smoking, stop drinking, well, you get the idea. But the very part of your brain that can help you achieve every one of these things gets distracted. It's the part of your brain you don't even think about. In fact, you can't even tell it what to do. It's biology. It's neurology. Sadly, it's your pattern, your personal pattern. And it's been developing successfully for years, reinforced by your biology, neurology, your environment, internally and externally. And the good news is that you can change these patterns right now. I'm going to give you the tool during this video. It will change how you feel and how you react. It's the very same thing I teach my patients, but hang on, there's more to come. Your brain, your subconscious brain, is mind synced to a very specific and exact pattern right now. And it's synchronized to a pattern of distraction. Let me say that again. Your brain is currently synchronized to a pattern of distraction, and it knows exactly what to do to keep that pattern going. Your subconscious is exceptional at repeating patterns outside your conscious awareness because they're easy, they're comfortable, and they're predictable. You get a little shot of dopamine every time something interesting distracts you. It feels good. Your brain learns. It moves it from conscious to unconscious processing, and on you go. And to effectively move forward and update these personal patterns, the distractions must be managed properly. And a new pattern of success synchronized. I'm about to show you how to do it in 3 minutes, 3 times a day. Surely you can find 9 minutes a day to change your life forever, right? So follow along. You might be wondering if you have one of these personal patterns. By the way, all the problems people come to see me as a physician for illness, for stress, for addictions, they're all patterns too. Am I subconsciously distracted? Do I need help? Yes. So how can you tell what your own personal pattern is? Well, that's the easy part. Just take a moment to look at your life right now. What's different about what you really want versus what you actually have? Think about that for a moment. What's different about what you really want versus what you actually have? Think about that. So, did you think of a few things that you wanted but you didn't actually have? Did you find a goal that you've wanted to achieve but you still haven't? Well, get ready. We're going to change your pattern using the very same predictable processes and procedures that have been clinically proven and scientifically validated for nearly 40 years. Ready? Here's step one in the process of distractor management. Let's update your brain with a new and success-driven personal pattern to unlock your personal power. Now, in order for this to work for you, it's imperative to mind sync to your goal. The way we do this is with a tool we call the Morter March. I want to share an example that will teach you some important keys to understanding how you ended up here so that you can rapidly change your pattern. Right now, you're synchronized to what you don't want. Well, let's say that you're having a relationship challenge with a girl or boyfriend. And every time you get more serious, something goes wrong. She stops calling you. You forget to call her back. You're chronically late for a date. She doesn't get you. And on and on and on. It's like the more you try to love the other person, the more the relationship seems to derail. It gets distracted. You get distracted. This is a personal pattern based on something that happened in your past. Maybe a breakup, maybe a betrayal, maybe a circumstance you can't even identify. In fact, this is usually the case. You think it's one thing, but in reality, it's something you never even suspected. You think about a breakup you had several years ago, and you talk to your friends, you talk to your family, you talk to your pastor, and really anybody who's going to listen, and they all console you for your loss. They ask how you feel about the betrayal, how you feel about the breakup, and you use words like betrayal, loss, anger, upset. And the negative list can go on and on and on. Heck, you might even end up at your doctor for counseling or to overcome the grief pattern that you're in. Everybody seems to agree this is the cause of your situation, your pattern. Does this sound familiar? And this is a personal pattern. This is your personal pattern. You've been trying to resolve the grief pattern for years, possibly, without success. Everybody offers sympathy, counsel, and advice as to how to get over this grief, how to move on. And often, consciously, it makes you feel better for a while on the outside, but not inside. Not inside your brain. Your brain is doing something completely different. Nope. Your pattern is running 24/7 based on what happened to you at the time of the breakup. But here's the kicker, another possibility for you to consider. Just consider. What if it's not about grief at all? And that's why no amount of talking about it, no amount of drinking and possibly taking medications seems to get to the bottom of your pattern. Your mind synced to a different pattern only your subconscious knows. Here's an example. Let's say that when you last went to your girlfriend's apartment or your boyfriend's apartment, you were over the top excited to give her a puppy. And you loved the little furry puppy, and he licked and he chewed on your finger, and you were filled with excitement and love and happiness. And when the door opened, you knew something was wrong. From the look on her face, your heart sank, your bubble burst, and you knew it was over. Just like the last time. Your pattern got locked into a feeling pattern of not of anger or disappointment or any of the negative feelings you think about the situation, but it got locked into a feeling of happiness or love. You were in a heightened state of love and happiness when the door opened. Think puppy. Think love. Puppy breath. Love. Here's the brain science of how you just etched a personal pattern into your neurological hard drive. You were excitedly happy and emotionally in love. Your senses were heightened. The adrenals were producing adrenaline, and you got bushwhacked. Your system went on emotional tilt, and the wires got crossed. This is key. Now, happiness and love are synced with betrayal and grief. So how bad would that be? Well, let me tell you. Now, every time you move forward to a happy or loving situation in your current life, your brain is mind synced to a pain, disappointment, and anger and betrayal, something negative. And you end up with pain every time you get emotionally involved in another relationship. This isn't just self-sabotage, it's sync sabotage. Whether this is about relationships with people or money or health or or weight or addiction. Your personal pattern is just that, your personal pattern, your life. Now you understand the real reason for your sync sabotage, so let's fix it using a scientific technology to update your personal pattern instantly, effectively, and in many cases, permanently. We call it sync support, and it's truly the distractor management tool that will change you in profound ways. It's my gift to you. This is how you use your personal pattern to unlock your personal power. It's called the Morter March, and it works. It works in Europe, it works in the US, it works in Mexico, Australia, Canada, Dubai. It works all over the world, and it will work for you. And the only catch is that you have to actually do it. Now, it only takes 3 minutes, 3 times a day, for just 2 days to turn your personal power into everything that you want it to be. The Morter March connects distractions and releases their hold on you by having you focus on a goal as if you already had it, and then synchronizing both halves of your brain, left and right, by using specific body positions. Okay. So we're talking about your arms, your legs, your head, your tilt, your eye position. It's all very important for synchronization. I want you to do the Morter March when you first get out of bed, at lunch, and just before you go to sleep. Here's how to do it. I want you to practice with the video. So let's go. All right, the importance of body positioning as it changes the chemistry in your brain and your body is paramount. And this is proven scientifically from many sources of validation. Power posing and things that stretch the body and that create neurological retiming of the body, create chemical changes within your body as well, besides updating the patterns that we've been talking about inside your brain. So we're going to talk specifically about the Morter March for just a few moments here. The Morter March is a very specific position. It's a positional exercise that you get into. If you would show me, just show them real quickly. I'm just going to show you. This is what it looks like. So look at that. Now we'll start over again, back to 0. And I'm going to explain how we go through the process, but that's where we're going to end up. Start with your left foot forward and keep your feet about shoulder width apart. So it's forward, bend your knees slightly like she's doing, put the right arm up, keep your thumb up, the left arm back. You'll notice they're in a straight line here and here. Turn and tip your head to the arm that's going up and close your opposite eye. So you're going to close your left eye, and she's keeping her right eye open so she can look right up at her thumb. This is the position. Now we're going to have her take a deep breath and hold it in, hold your breath, and she's going to think about her goal that she has, that she wants to accomplish. I'm thankful and grateful for my perfect health. We'll say it was a health goal. It could be wealth, could be relationship, whatever it might be. So she's going to think, I'm thankful and grateful for my perfect health. And then she's going to do it again. I'm thankful and grateful for my perfect health. All the while she's holding her breath. And on the third time, she's going to think, I'm thankful and grateful for my perfect health, and she's going to close both eyes. And then we'll come back to neutral. And then we'll go the other way. She'll put her right foot forward, left arm up, tip your head this way, like this. So she'll keep this eye open so she can look at her thumb. This arm goes back, knee bent, perfect position. Take a breath, hold it in. I'm thankful and grateful for my perfect health. I'm thankful and grateful for my perfect health. Close both eyes. I'm thankful and grateful for my perfect health. Simple. All right, thank you very much. Now, what I'd like you to do is do this exercise 3 times. Thank you very much. I'd like you to do this exercise 3 times a day, as I said before. When you first wake up, at lunchtime, and before you go to sleep. And you will watch profound things change in your life. By changing these positions and doing this, so you would do that 3 times. That was 1. 1 time. Do it again. That would be 2. Do it again. That would be 3 times. So you do that 3 times each time you do it, and you'll do it 3 times a day for 2 days. I'll be with you in just a moment. Thank you. All right, so now you see how to do the Morter March. And I want you to do this 3 times a day. In the morning when you first get up, I want you to do it at lunchtime, and I want you to do it in the evening just before you go to bed. And after 2 days, I want you to send me an email telling me about your experience. You can send it to info@morter.com. Info, I-N-F-O, at morter, M-O-R-T-E-R.com. And second, if you'll send me a photo or a video of you doing the Morter March with your experience, I'll enter you into a drawing for the Best Living Complete Home Study course that I have. I'll be choosing the winner on December 15th. This is a great value. You'll love it. This is your first step on how to use your personal pattern to unlock your personal power. You're well on your way to developing a powerful distractor management process and are syncing for success. Stay with it and notice how your life changes for the better. I'm Dr. Ted Morter, and be watching for my email update for your next step forward. Thanks.